Hi there, purposeful people. My name is Rachel, and in this video I'm going to be sharing tons of tips and good advice that you will want to hear if you're going into high school. I just graduated this year, and so I have a lot of wisdom that I want to share with you all from my own high school experience to make yours the absolute best that it can possibly be. No matter if you're a freshman or even a senior, you're going to want to listen up. So get ready, and I'm going to share my tips with you all. So my first tip is to get involved, because you never know if you like something until you try it. So don't be afraid to try new things. I did choir and theater all 4 years of high school, and I could not imagine my life to this day without doing that. Just by stepping outside of my comfort zone, I found the thing that I absolutely love with all of my heart, and so that's what I want to happen to you as well. Don't let your comfort zone limit you from finding your passion and what sparks your joy. With that, you'll learn so many different things and make so many new friends. It's just a wonderful opportunity. And not only that, being in a lot of extracurriculars will help you in the long run. I was a member of 10 clubs in total and an officer in one. And maybe that sounds a little overwhelming to you right now, but I don't regret a single thing. The friendships and memories I made through extracurriculars and clubs were what made my high school experience so great. Okay, moving on to tip number 2. Use a planner. You're going to have a lot of assignments, projects, tests, homework, and you're going to have to find a way that works for you to keep track of it all. All 4 years of high school, I kept a planner with me, and as soon as a teacher would give a due date for something, I would immediately write it down in my planner. Not only would I do that, but I would also write down when to study for tests and allot myself that time so that I wouldn't forget and let the test slip upon me. And right now you might be saying, oh well, I never forget due dates, and I'm like the super organized person, and I would never in my life forget when my homework is due. But just wait until junior year rolls around and you'll probably be biting your tongue. So yes, get yourself a planner. You will not regret it. Tip number 3, do your best and leave it at that. Like I suggested in my last point, studying is good, studying is important, but studying can only go so far. Don't let grades control your life. Getting a few bad grades here and there is inevitable. It's going to happen. But ultimately, that 1 C that you get on your math quiz is not going to even matter 10 years down the road. So what, you got a bad grade? Move on and try again next time. It's not the end of the world, trust me. Coming from the straight A student herself, there is more to life than worrying about grades. There, I said it. Then tip number 4 is to document your high school years. I can't emphasize enough the importance of taking tons of pictures, taking videos, and even journaling about your high school years. Having something that you can tangibly look back on and be transported to the good old days is just priceless. They really aren't kidding when they say that high school goes by fast and that those 4 years are the fastest of your life and some of the best of your life. And so don't waste it. Hold on to those memories. One way I did this was by making a senior video for myself. Ever since my senior year started, all the way to my graduation, I took little video clips all throughout my senior year. It would just be me and my friends hanging out, me and my family, some school event, some extracurricular activity, some performance that I did in choir theater. Whatever it was, I would take a little video of it, so I'd have that little 30 seconds of a clip that I could just refer back to and just remember those times. And by the end of my senior year, I had this beautiful time capsule of what made my senior year so amazing. And now I can look back at it any time that I want and relive those days. And so that is just some inspiration for you, and if you want to go watch that video, I actually uploaded it to YouTube, and I'll have it linked in the cards above where you can go watch that, and maybe you can gain some inspiration from it for your own senior year. Tip number 5 is to learn from your upperclassmen. And I know, upperclassmen are only a couple years older than you, but they really do have more high school experience than you would think. As a freshman and sophomore, I looked up to my friends who were upperclassmen so greatly. I learned from their failures and successes, and I knew that they wouldn't be there forever. So I knew that I had to learn from the best of the best while I still had the chance. With that being said, don't be scared to talk to your upperclassmen. They want to help you. And don't be scared to ask questions, because they probably had the same questions as you when they were an underclassman. And one day they won't be there to ask. So reach out to them now. Next is tip number 6, and this tip so important. If you take anything away from this video, please listen to me here. Take as many dual credit college classes as you possibly can. Listen to me. Don't take a bunch of useless electives that you don't even want to take, that you think are benefiting you but really are adding nothing to your high school credit requirement. Don't even waste your time. Take as many dual credit classes as you can. I just graduated high school. I haven't been to college yet, and I have at least 30 college hours. And almost all of my general ed requirements are already taken care of. And so don't waste your time taking a bunch of classes that won't even benefit you. Take college classes while you're still in high school. Then tip number 7 is to surround yourself with a good group of people. And I actually kind of talked about this in my previous Q&A video. If you want to go watch that, it is such a struggle to find a good group of people, but it is so worth it in the long run. These are the people who you will be spending 4 years of your life with. 4 years. So it is vital that you surround yourself with a bunch of uplifting, positive people who will encourage you and support you rather than tear you down. And also just know that it's perfectly normal and okay for your friends to change. It's a part of life. People come and go. But also know that just because you're no longer BFFs with Susie from kindergarten, that doesn't mean that you should stop being friendly towards Susie from kindergarten. You can still be friendly towards someone and not consider them a part of your close circle. Also know that it's a wonderful thing to make new friends. Reach out to new students, reach out to people with similar interests, reach out to people you've always wanted to be friends with. One of my best friends moved here from another state, and if I would have never talked to her, I never would have met one of my closest friends. And so that just shows you the difference that it can make to expand your horizons and be open to letting new people into your group, into your close circle. Then tip number 8 is to develop good relationships with your teachers. And this is kind of almost like surrounding yourself with good community, but I'm talking about your teachers here. So I was blessed to have some of the best teachers during my high school career, and I just knew that they genuinely cared about me and I could come to them with anything and they would be open to listen. Teachers are there to help you, literally. It's their whole job. So don't be afraid to ask questions or talk to them because they actually want you to. And a bonus, this will also help you in the long run when you're trying to get letters of recommendation for college applications. Trust me, having good teachers that know you really well will help you a ton. Then tip number 9 sounds kind of simple, but it can be hard sometimes, and that is to be kind. Kindness really can go a long way. I smiled and waved and talked to people in the hallway, even when everyone else was like shuffling through the hallway, keeping their head down, avoiding all human interaction. I would stop them and say, hey, like, how are you doing today? I didn't care if we were strangers or if we were best friends. I smiled at everyone in the hallway. I wanted to look approachable. I wanted people to know that I was always there for them, whether I knew them or not. I talked to the new students at school even when everyone else would stay in their little cliques. Those are the people who need kindness shown to them more than anyone else. I complimented strangers, not just my best friends. I would go through the hallway and literally stop a stranger mid-step and be like, hey, I love your shoes. Like, those are so cool. And I could just tell that their day was made. I gave thank you cards to my teachers and to even my lunch ladies because I knew how hard they worked to make me feel cared for and loved, and so I wanted to show them my appreciation. I took nervous underclassmen under my wing and taught them from my own experiences. I listened to what they were going through and I tried to provide advice that could help them. These are just small ways that I showed kindness throughout my high school years. It doesn't seem like anything world-changing, but a small act of kindness can make a world of a difference in someone's life. You just never know what people are going through. Finally, my last tip number 10, is to have fun. Really, guys, it's this simple. Have fun. Never take life too seriously. Never take your grades too seriously. Never stress over things you can't control. Just live. Just enjoy your high school experience while it's still there. Laugh with your friends. Go to football games. Dance the night away at prom. Whatever it may be, have fun. Like I said earlier, high school won't last forever, so make the most of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope these tips help you, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. I think these can all provide advice for any age group. Even if you're not in high school, I think this is just good advice you can take with you no matter the stage of life. In the comments, let me know what grade you're going into this school year. Let me know your favorite part about school, your favorite subject in school. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!